For the love of money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. Let me ask you a question. What does rich even mean? To me, the Philippines is one of the richest countries in the world, but maybe not in the way that you're imagining. To most people, rich means having a lot of money. The problem is that having a lot of something doesn't always mean that it's good. If I had a lot of trash in my apartment, would that be a good thing? No. So it depends on whether the thing that we have a lot of is actually good for us. Is money good for us? I'd argue a little bit of it is, but not too much. To me, we've defined rich all wrong, and US presidential candidate Andrew Yang agrees with me. One of his core beliefs is that GDP, or gross domestic product, has some serious problems. The Philippines is ranked number 36th in the world in terms of GDP, and America is ranked, where do you think? Right up there at the top. That's fine and everything, but a recent poll in America showed that 33% of us are happy. Only 33% of us. How can that be? GDP is basically a ranking of the best countries in the world. If we're at the top, how come 67% of us aren't happy? Isn't GDP or wealth a good measure of how good a country is doing? The answer is not quite. For some reason, how rich a country is has nothing to do with happiness. And if the word rich and happiness are not intimately tied together, then rich is a worthless way to define a country. Because happiness should be the goal, not financial prosperity. My boy Andrew Yang argues that we should include more variables to GDP, such as life expectancy, happiness, quality of life, mental health, inequality, and student debt, and all these sorts of things. And I agree. These are the things that actually matter. Rich needs a new definition. It's a beautiful word that invokes a lot of amazing emotions, but these emotions are largely unwarranted because riches don't make you happy in the first place. There's a lot of financially rich idiots out there, and money, like I said, is the root of all evil. So let's think of rich in terms of happiness for a second. Let's think of it in terms of quality of life, life expectancy, mental health, compassion, kindness, and empathy. The Philippines might score low in some of these categories, but I'd argue that in most of them, they would score incredibly high. It would actually become clear if we use different measurements to define how great a country is. The Philippines is at the top. Compassion, empathy, and kindness are off the charts here in the Philippines. To me, we need to start making these things something to aspire to in popular culture and not money. It is okay to aspire to richness. Just aspire to the right kind of richness first. The Philippines is already rich. I hate when people say the Philippines is a third world country. I don't like it when people put their own country lower on the pedestal, when in fact they should be just up there with all of us. Let's change who we aspire to be as countries and as people. Let's focus on what actually matters. And Andrew Yang, I am with you with the GDP thing. Time out.